everybody, welcome back to another episode of Risen Reactions. Today we are going to be taking a look at a trailer for a movie that I don't think you've ever seen.
Ooh.
But I don't think you ever should see it either.
Okay.
I really just want you to see the trailer.
All right.
This kind of ties in with a series of videos that we also have coming up for our podcast. We're doing a book club. Going to be reading The Martian first. Mm-hmm. You have seen that movie.
Very many times, yes.
Many times.
Yes.
We'll also be doing Eragon at some point by Christopher Paolini. One of my personal favorite books from childhood and something that I still read to this day.
Great
and,
series.
Of course, his newest book, Murtagh, just dropped recently, which I've been diving into and thoroughly enjoying as well. So, let's take a look at the trailer for the original Eragon movie.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, there's the new Disney Plus reboot series that is being worked on that Christopher Paolini is directly involved in.
That is out to fix the issues caused by this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at it. Afterwards, we can talk a little bit about why it's awful.
All right. It's been a long time since I've seen any of that movie, so it'll be interesting to kind of take a look back here.
Yeah, and I don't think you had read the books yet at that point.
I had not. Nope.
Perfect. So let's take a look at the trailer for Eragon, the original movie.
Let's do it.
Our beautiful lands have been ravaged by a ruthless king. And our people live under the shadow of tyranny.
That's Jeremy Irons.
Oh, that is Jeremy Irons, isn't it?
Disloyalty will be punishable by death.
Such wasted casting.
It really was. It was quite well cast.
Oh yeah, it was the only good thing about the movie.
Yeah.
There was a time when the world lived in peace, protected by warriors astride mighty dragons. They are nothing but stories now. All we have is hope that a dragon will be born again, and one will rise to lead us to freedom.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Oh yeah, no, the beginning was great. It was like spot on. It was one of those. It's like the Hitchhiker's Guide.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, yeah.
And you will decide for yourself the kind of life you wish to lead.
You're the only one who can save
Yeah,
us.
they did start off pretty strong in the movie.
You're the next dragon.
I remember that.
Sure do.
Oh, that's not what Saphira's supposed to look like.
She has feathers.
She does have feathers.
Oh,
Okay.
isn't it horrible?
That's not great.
Yeah.
The king won't rest until your dragon is killed.
Gather my army. Leave no one alive.
If you help me, won't the king kill you too?
Just terrible.
Yeah.
If you don't survive,
So was that supposed to be a Razak?
I think that was supposed to be the Shade.
Oh.
flows through the riders who command.
No, that's got to be the Shade.
Yeah, okay.
Strong, Eragon. They will follow you
Oh, that's...
wherever you want them to.
It gets worse every time you see her.
It really does, like...
One reckless decision, and everything is lost.
I don't know who gave her feathers, but they had never read the book, I'm sure of that.
No. Like, you can't read the book and come up with that design.
Right?
It just doesn't work.
God, it just... Such wasted potential.
It really is, because you can tell they put a lot of work into it, but...
Just
it
the
was
wrong work.
The wrong work, yeah.
Yep,
it was
entirely.
really misguided, and... I think it kind of put a damper on the series for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, for sure, and they
Yeah.
never made a sequel to it.
No.
I mean, it's been, what, 14, 15 years since that movie came out? 2008, I think, so 15 years at this point. And Murtagh just dropped, so there's clearly still the series going on. There was also The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, which no one seems to have know
Nope.
dropped a few years ago. Kind of an interlude. But now that the series is coming back to Disney Plus and being helmed and partially written by Christopher Paolini.
Which is great.
Yep, he has a lot of executive control over the series, which I'm really excited about. I've seen him interviewed about it, and he seems excited. Reserved, cautious, and careful. But he was a kid when he wrote that book. I mean, he wrote that book when he was 15 years old. So by the time they got it to the movie, he was, 16, 17.
Right.
He was just excited, and he took a bad deal, and he got taken advantage of by the studio. He is actually in the movie. He is an orc that gets... Urukai. No?
Nope, that's
Urgle. There's the word.
Wrong franchise.
Urgle. Wrong franchise. the inspiration there is so subtle,
Right.
And everything.
That's almost like he read Tolkien a couple times.
Yeah. But the Urgle does get one of the Urgles that gets decapitated is actually Christopher Paolini.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Other than that, it was a pretty god-awful, horrible movie.
Yeah, I remember I saw it once way back in the day, and I remember that, wow, this isn't very good, and it made me not want to read the book series.
Yes, that's what it did to a lot of people.
Yeah.
The only adaptation I can think of that was actually worse than that was The Dark Tower.
Which we will get into, but it's going to take us a lot of prep to get into that. So that'll be coming down the road.
We will be reading the Dark Tower series in totality. We'll also be going through the movie, some of the differences between them. We're also going to talk about the differences between the original release and the re-release of The Gunslinger.
Mm-hmm. Fascinating stuff.
That's going to be a ways off. There's a lot that goes into that. If you've read it, you know. If you haven't, you should.
You definitely should.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that is the trailer for Eragon. As soon as the Disney Plus trailer drops, hopefully in the next 6 or 8 months, we'll be getting on that. It was, of course, delayed by the writers' strike and the actors' strike.
I'm very excited for that. Since, even in the past, I believe, year, I have read the entire Eragon series, or the Inheritance Cycle, I believe it's called. Up until Murtagh. I have not finished Murtagh yet. But it's a fantastic series. I loved it. And I'm really excited for them to make a proper adaptation of it.
It really is. Christopher Paolini is an incredible author. I've always loved his work. He was homeschooled, as was I.
And me as well.
Yep. So it's always been a series that's near and dear to my heart. It's such brilliant escapism and such a great adventure story.
It is. It really is.
And I really enjoyed the hell out of it. Looking forward to the Disney Plus series.
Yep.
So, guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Please do remember to like, share, and subscribe. Every single interaction is helping this channel grow so much, and we appreciate you all more than you could possibly imagine. It's a lot of fun to bring you guys this content. We have tons of things planned, tutorials, how-tos, guides, reviews. We've got a book club we're starting up here, beginning with The Martian. So if you've read The Martian by Andy Weir, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those. And if you haven't, go pick it up. It is a great read, even if you've seen the movie.
Very much
very
so.
worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it to see both, for sure.
That's all we have time for today, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
See you later, all.